Hi guys, Ria here. Today we're going to look at this short question which focuses on algebra. This is quite a nice question and it's a pretty easy place to pick up your marks, so let's get straight into it. So in part A of the question they want you to solve this equation for n. So the first thing that you need to do is square both sides to try and get rid of the square root sign. So I'm going to go ahead and square this out, and a really quick way to square out a bracket is to square the first term, square the second term, multiply the first term by the second term and double it. And then on the right side, when you're squaring a square root sign, it just cancels the square root sign, so you'll be left with 3n plus 1. So now let's take everything over to the one side. That'll leave us with n squared minus 6n, and when we take our 3n across, it'll be minus 3n, so that'll leave us with minus 9n. And then when we take our plus 1 across, that'll leave us with 9 minus 1, which will be plus 8, is equal to 0. And now you can see here we have a letter squared, a letter and a number. So we have a quadratic equation here, so we can solve this using brackets. So this will be n, and the factors of 8 that we're going to use is 8 and 1. And we're also looking for this to be a minus sign, so our sign will be minus. So now we can say that n minus 8 is equal to 0, so n is equal to 8. And n minus 1 is equal to 0, so n is equal to 1. So the question doesn't stop there. You have to check both of your answers and see if they're true. So taking n to be 8 first, we need to sub the original equation. So that'll be 8 minus 3 is equal to the square root of 3 by 8 plus 1. So that'll be 5 is equal to the square root of 3 by 8 will give you 24, plus 1 will be 25. So 5 is equal to 5, so that's true. And then checking the other value of n, which is n is equal to 1, and subbing that into the equation. So that leaves us with 1 minus 3, which is minus 2, is equal to the square root of 3 plus 1, which is 4. So that'll be minus 2 is equal to 2, which isn't true. So you can see here that this value of n isn't true, so we need to clarify what our answer to the question is. So our answer is going to be n is equal to 8, and to get that answer you get a total of 10 marks. So in part B of the question, they want you to write the following expression as a single fraction in terms of t. So in order to do this, we need to find a common denominator. So the common denominator is going to be both of the denominators multiplied together. So therefore, our common denominator is going to be 2t plus 1 multiplied by 12t. So now finding out what the numerator is, that'll be 4 by 12t minus 7 by 2t plus 1. So now all you need to do is tidy this up. So 4 by 12t will give you 48t, minus 7 by 2t will give you minus 14t, minus 7 by 1 will give you minus 7, and our denominator is going to stay the same. So now we just need to tidy this up. So 48t minus 14t will give you 34t, minus 7, and again our denominator stays the same. So now there's nothing more that we can do to break this down further, so that'll be our final answer. So that'll be 34t minus 7 all over 2t plus 1 by 12t, and to get that answer you get a total of 10 marks. In part C of the question, they want you to solve the following simultaneous equations. So the first thing that we need to do is number each of the equations. So that'll be equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is write out equation 1 and equation 2. So looking at these two equations here, you can see that both equations have y in common. So the easiest thing to do here will be to get rid of y. And to do that, I'm going to multiply equation number 2 by minus 2. So now I'm going to rewrite both of my equations. So this is what our two equations look like now. So we can go ahead and add these. So this will just leave us with x. Our y's are going to cancel. Minus 6w is equal to 143 plus 148, which will give you 291. So now this is our new equation, and I'm going to label that as equation number 4. So now I'm going to take equation number 4 and equation number 3, because when you look at both these equations, they both have x's and they both have w's. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing with these two equations. So looking at the equations, you can see that the easiest thing to do would be to get rid of the x's. So to do this, I'm going to multiply equation number 4 by minus 4. So now I'm going to rewrite my equations. So now I just need to find out what 291 multiplied by minus 4 is. And that gives me an answer of minus 1164. So now we can add these together and you can see that our x's are going to cancel. 24w plus 5w is going to give us 29w is equal to minus 1164 plus 4, which would be minus 1160. So now we can get w by itself by dividing minus 1160 by 29. And that'll give us an answer of minus 40. So now we know that w is minus 40. We can go ahead and substitute back into equation number 4. So subbing back in with our w value, we'll have x minus 6 by minus 40 is equal to 291. So multiplying out, that'll be x plus 240 is equal to 291. So letters to one side, numbers to the other. X is equal to 291 minus 240. So x is equal to 51. So now that we know our x value and our w value, we can go ahead and sub back into equation number 1. So that'll be 51 plus 2y is equal to 143. So now again, letters to one side, numbers to the other. That'll be 2y is equal to 143 minus 51. So 2y is equal to 92. So y is equal to 92 divided by 2, which is 46. So now to write out our answers nice and clear for the examiner to see, we know that our w value is minus 40, we know our x value is 51, and we know our y value is 46. So that's your answer to the last part of the question, and to get that answer you get a total of 10 marks. So that concludes the video guys. Hopefully it's all a bit easier now, and thanks very much for watching.